Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. Ghostbake SuperCoach here with our round 12 preview and trade plans. First of all, apologies for not being a part of the Hump Day Pump Up as I usually am on SuperCoach Pro's channel. Came home and had no electricity, internet, or anything like that, and it didn't get put on till around 10:30 last night. So had a absolute shit one after work. So that was fun to deal with. But we're back. We're up and running. Just sad that I didn't get to jump on and talk to you guys and have a chat like we usually do and go through everything. It does help hearing from you guys, and we go through a lot of players and talk about trade options and whatnot. So that usually does help me with my trades. But I'm pretty locked into what I want to do, which we will go through in a sec. But yeah, apologies for not being able to jump on. We'll definitely be back next week, as long as no one else decides to fuck with my electricity. So we had the teams be announced. So this is obviously being recorded Thursday night. So it's actually the last quarter of the St Kilda Hawthorn game. So we'll go through the team in a minute. Bit by bit, but as you can see by the thumbnails, it's buy time, so thought I'd get back and go a bit retro with the old In Sync reference. Probably a lot of you would be too young for that, but some of us older ones will know what we're talking about, the good old early 2000s, late 90s sort of style. But yeah, so it's buy time. This is the time where you can sort of separate yourself and you see a bit more strategy going into the buys. And as we can see, there's a bit of luck as well, like we said, goes into it, which I'm shit out of every single week. So we'll go through that and we'll show you what I mean with the teams being announced. But let's just go through the team. And we'll go through our trades. But Roberts against West Coast might get the Murdoch tag, but in saying that, I don't know if West Coast will really bother tagging any Essendon players. If they do, I'd imagine it'd be Merritt. But just if Murdoch is playing that half forward or forward role, rather than playing through the guts like he has before, then I'd probably say he just matches up with Roberts anyway. There's not really anyone else that he could go to in the Essendon backline. So yeah, just keep an eye out for that just in case, but hopefully he can bounce back and go big. He's had 2 sub-tons in a row. Of course he has, because I have him. So hopefully he can bounce back. Lockie Whitfield's been named at the moment. It is extended benches, but he's been named on field, I'm pretty sure. So if he travels, he'll play. It's just whether or not he does. I'm not sure if he has or not, so I'm having a guess here. So but yeah, obviously we want him to play. He's got the bye next week. It makes more logical sense that he doesn't play, because I think that would be smarter for the Giants. But then again, they also do need a win if they're going to try and push for the wild card and everything. So it does make sense as well. I can see both sides of it. But if they do want to make finals or push for it, they need to win as many games as possible. So if he's okay, they definitely will play him. So let's hope that he does play and that he's all good. Don't want him to play just for him to rip his hamstring. So hopefully he's all good. Jack Sinclair currently playing now. Watched the first quarter of this after training and he was smashing it. I think he had like 10 disposals or something, nearly 10 disposals in the first quarter. Was just racking them up early, which is great to see. They were playing a bit of that chip sort of style at the start. He's already got over a ton, so we're going to be happy with whatever score he has. Bit of carnage in this game though, and he's playing through the mid, I'm pretty sure, based on what I've seen online. So we'll get to that with one of our other Supercoach relevant players going down. Lockie Ash. It's great that his projected says 98 because he always scores between 90 and 110. So I'm just going to pencil him in for that. That's fine. Want more, won't get it. It's just the way it is. Who knows if he'll play midfield if Whitfield plays. If not, I hope they're both playing off half-back, both kicking in and doing everything they can to score. Jordan Clark against Brisbane. I have no faith in this bloke at all. So anymore. 80 would be generous, I think. Brisbane are very hard to for defenders to score against. I traded Roberts in when they played the Lions, and obviously this is when the Lions were in really good form, and he did pretty well. Just got the ton like right in the last. I think it was through scaling. I think he was on a 99. So Clark, I can see dropping to 50, honestly. Which, if he does, he does. Not much I can do about it. But yeah, no faith in him anymore. Like I said, I'm running on fumes with this season. I can't wait for it to be done, which we'll get to that point again soon. Lindsay, 86 projected. He's playing Essendon at home. I think he'll have a day out. I really think he'll have another spike score. I don't think Essendon are going to do... They're not going to worry about him. And I think if he's getting the kick-ins and getting some decent tog, I don't want his tog in the fucking 60%, 68, 69. I want it 75. Hopefully he can get some decent time, use the ball, use that left peg of his, and give us a decent score. Will Edwards, just solid bloke and player at the moment. He's 50s or 60s is what he produces every single week, whether it's an easy matchup, tough matchup, sort of. I think you can just sort of lock him in for that. Against the Tigers, hopefully if the Swans chip it around a bit, which I don't think they will, I think they'll just try and run and gun and smash the Tigers as much as they can. But I think Edwards could take some marks. He's going to have a decent matchup. There's no Tom Lynch. There's no real forward falls out as well. So it's like going to be Fawcett and Lafau. So I think Edwards could actually hopefully take a few intercept marks or, just be there and hopefully get a bit of a spike. If he go a 70 plus, you'd be very happy with that. Perez was a late in, which I was like, yeah, he's going to make some money, and he's done fuck all. So he's going to make some money because his break-even was, I think, negative 21. But I think he also needed a 46 to make maybe 30K. He ain't going to get 46. He's on half of that now. I did this with Cook last week, and I had a look after I recorded the video, and he ended up getting like an extra 40 points. So I'm saying it for Perez. Perez is going to score shit. I'm just saying it so he can change it. The Bont, obviously got a good matchup this week with the Pies. Didn't go him as captain last week because he screwed us over a couple of weeks ago against the Carlton. He always plays well against the Pies. Pies won't tag or anything like that, obviously. So wasn't going to be a VC option. It was actually going to be a fallback captaincy option. But now we're chucking the VC on him just with that juicy matchup. Against the Pies. I think he'll do very, very well. Here's one of our trade-ins, Max Holmes. So we'll go into who I've traded out in a sec, but just the bloke to jump on. It's between him and Baz. Unfortunately, I need to start going value, and Holmes is about 70k cheaper. He's got the DPP, and he is like a top 6. I know Baz is like top 2 or 3, but the 70k, I think, just at this stage of the year, I just need to get the team fucking done. I've spent up a few times. I'm not doing it anymore. 568k for Holmes is pretty good. I think he started the year at 602 or something like that. So he's dropped a bit, but he's been solid every week. We could chuck the VC on him, but I just think it's probably better to VC the bloke you think is going to score the most, and I think Bont will score the most. So I'm going to VC him. Nick Dacos usually plays well against the Dogs, projected 113. But Craig McRae came out today and said that he will spend a little bit more time forward. Doesn't mean he can't do well there, but just maybe he's a bit sore. Maybe he needs to be managed a little bit more. So just keep an eye out on that if you're VCing or seeing him. I think a VC is a much more safer option than just... if you VC someone early and then try to chuck the C on him, I wouldn't really recommend that. But if you want to roll the dice and just go for it, go for it. Callahan against Melbourne, who knows what he's going to pull out, to be honest. Good matchups, he scores 100. Bad matchups, he can get around 100. Tagged matchups, he gets you a 60. So odds are he's not getting tagged from Melbourne. They haven't really done that with Ulstrip for a while. Been playing backline, so I think Callahan will be hopefully he can give us a bit of a spike maybe if the Giants are running well and he can get about a 120, but yeah, he just seems to be flat tons, unfortunately. McCluggage against Freo don't tag. Chris Fagan sat down with the Lions and had apparently a really look him in the eye kind of chat and sort of put it on the senior playing group. So this better be a spike game and a return to form for McCluggage, because the entire Brisbane team has been shit. We've only got 2 players from there, but they've been so lackluster since having them. Sums up my year pretty much. So this is a game I hope that they can turn it around. So he better pull his finger out. Hopefully the suitcase comes back. Paddy Reshko, just a solid rookie. I think he's good for at least a 55 a week, and obviously showed last week against the Dons that he can spike. Did do most of his damage in one quarter. Swans are going to be a much harder matchup, especially at the SCG, but I just think in terms of rookie scoring potential, he's one that just sort of has to be on the field. So we'll chuck him on for now. Sam Cumming, he's on the field. We're going to use a loop between him and Jack Ison. So we'll see what Ison scores tomorrow. If we like it, we'll take Cumming off, put Butters on, and we'll take Ison's score. So I do think Ison will outscore Cumming, but just in case he does have a down game, at least we have a second crack at it. Burton's been dropped as well, so that's great. So not much more cash for him, I don't think, especially if they start getting more and more players back, then obviously the Tigers aren't a big fan of the way Burton's been playing because he's dropped. Angry Anderson's back in. That's great news. He'll make some money for us, which is what we want. Hopefully he can play this week, next week, get to his bye, and then we can he's hit his straps and we can move him on after that. So we'll see how he goes. But love having him back in the team. I think he should be solid on field. I think he'll do better than Cumming most likely with the matchup. So let's just hope he gets a decent amount of TOG. Zach Butters obviously on the bye, so we don't have him to use. Here's where I am fucking over this game in these next 2 lines. Brodie Grundy, rested. Are you fucking kidding me? We missed out. The week we were going to bring him in, we missed out on his 200, which would have been a VC for sure, so we would have had a 400. Bring him in the week after, which was last week against the Cats. Scores a fucking 90, not even 100, just shit. Want him for this matchup, and Dean Cox, you absolute dickhead, thanks for resting him. I understand he might be sore. I understand that they got it's a shit matchup. They'll win easy, blah, blah, blah. But this is not what I fucking want. In terms of spending $680K for a bloke, he gives me a 90, then he's out. Like these kind of moves. See, timing's so important, and if you started with Grundy, you're happy to wear this one, I think. But for people that traded in a couple of weeks ago and didn't get the 200 and now have him, this is fucked. So I'm already in a really negative fucking mood about this week because of this, because he was going to be my VC option, and he'll probably smash it. He's not going to play. He'll play 1 or 2 games and he gets a bye again. So he better be fucking well rested for the last part of the year, because this kind of shit really is the reason why I want this season done, because I'm so over it. We're just going to keep making the fucking moves, doing what we need to do, and get through the fucking year, because, I'm pretty done. Max Gawn, he'll be our fullback captain option at the moment, I think. Just against Briggs, he should be all right. Heath isn't getting the TOG now. He's getting like 26% per game, which is awesome for us Gawn owners. Hopefully he can just smash out another decent score, but hopefully we won't need to use it with Bont. But obviously we want a big spike score from Max. He's the only bloke left on the ton run. He got us a 114 last week as a captain, which was slightly better than Butters and a couple others. But was on 100 at 3/4 time, so he could have absolutely monstered it. Lob actually did a better job than I thought. So, he'll be our fallback captaincy option. Flanders, it's probably season done for him. Just as I was leaving footy club, saw that he injured. Wasn't sure what it was. It's an Achilles, they're saying, and that's probably season done. So now there's an extra trade that we're going to have to use. We're going to be really sparse on trade. So we're definitely going value. as much as we can now, and just getting the team completed. Because we'll be in trouble if we don't. And we start paying up for blokes. That's why I've gone Holmes over Baz Smith, because it's just every cent's going to count now. Which is good because we've got the mid-season draft that are done, so we'll have some 99k rookies to go down to as well, so that'll give us good spike in cash. So Flanders 36, that's done and dusted. He'll probably lose, I think his break-even's 70, so he'll probably lose still 15, 20k, I'm not sure. He'll be about 470, 475, I think, which is still decent, enough cash, especially for the forward line. But also with the buys, and if you got DPP, you can swing some things around and bring in blokes you really, really want next week, and maneuver it around and pick up a forward after the forward you want has had their buy. You don't really want to go him to like a Cozzy Pickett, for example, because he's just going to have a buy, even though they share the same buy, so it won't hurt your buy structure. But I would rather be, if I was going to get a forward next week, I'd jump on like a Took Miller who's had his buy and he's going to be roughly the same price. So at least you're getting that extra game out of him, or that we assume, because we don't know with team sheets and who the fuck knows what's going to happen every week. Also, Skip ZZ, he's just doubt he plays ever again. Great pick for the year. Zach Bailey, slightly improved, got an 86 last week. He's projected to get 100. I want to fucking see it. Freo won't be tagging, like I said before, and they also will hopefully get a response from the playing group, like I said, from the Brisbane Lions. So that includes McCluggage and Bailey. Let's see him actually do some work and push to defensively do some things like tackle, and hopefully Bailey's not just worried about hitting the scoreboard, and he actually just does the team things, but can get some decent scores on. Philippou was looking good at halftime. He's on 42. Poor third quarter. Not, like I said, this is frozen at the moment, so not sure what he's on, but if we can get a 75 out of him, I'd be pretty happy with that. He's been pretty solid overall, and he's still making money. I think his break-even was about 30, so happy with that. Murdoch against the Bombers. If you can do what he did against Collingwood last week, be super happy. Just please leave Roberts alone. Just go get the ball, mate. Win the game, because your Eagles will win, even though we do have a new coach, but I still think the Eagles will win. So Murdoch, do your thing, score a 90, and smash it for us. Steen out. He's just there because we've chucked Sheasel and Petrarca on the bench, because it just helps me see the structure a bit better of who the bye plays off. So essentially, I did have 3 primos on the bye, but thanks to Grundy, now it's 4. So thanks. Banfield, Banfield was who we traded in for Cook. Just obviously Cook's on his bye. Need to get a rookie in. He's a cash cow. He's playing good tog. I think it was 80% time. With Flanders out now, that's sort of like a straight swap. I think Naz will just come in for Flanders. So that hopefully will keep Banfield in the team and making some money, because we want him as buy cover and to make some cash over the next 3-4 weeks. Like I said, Sheasel, Petrarca both got the bye this week. And then with our last trade, can't remember who I was trading out, to be honest. Lombard. We traded Lombard out on his buy and moved some things around so we can use the flex. We got Darcy Cameron coming in just at 410k. He got a 133 against West Coast. Yes, it's West Coast, but he's got the solo ruck roll, and I know people like waiting for Sherry and all this stuff, but I need value, and he's 200k cheaper than Sherry. He's playing. It suits my buy structure, as he'll only be my 3rd primo on that buy since I turfed Sarong last week. I think he'll be solid. I know Tim English is back, but I still think Cameron, if he can score 90 pluses every week as a flex player, I will take that. But we've seen his ceiling when he does have a decent matchup. So, jumping on the value while I can. It was either him or Wilkie, and I just thought Wilkie's killing it tonight. So, but we're going to have a look at what we can do next week and who will be available and who's not. Because, yeah, if we move Flanders on and we bring on Shees on Petrarca, we might be able to use some DPP and bring in someone else on a different line, but we'll work that out next week. There's just some things we can do. But Wilkie looked good. And with Flanders off that bye now, I'm back down to 4 players on that bye, so I could potentially bring a Wilkie in, and he is very, very good value, and he's doing well tonight. So we'll definitely have a look at that next week. But yeah, that's the team so far. Also, the trade for Max Holmes is, I would have loved, the choice was between, I could get Sam Cumming to Taranto, but Taranto with the Sydney matchup, plus then he'll have a bye. I just thought, let's just get Holmes. He's a top, 6-7 mid at the moment. He'll definitely be a top 2 defender with the DPP. He's good price, which meant having to get rid of Tanner Bruin, which I didn't want to do, but I wanted to keep him for one more week. But now that Anderson's playing and everything like that too, I think it's just easier to get in Holmes, as I'm about 30k short if I tried to use Cumming. The only other players I could have used is Reshko, which I don't really want to use Reshko because he's going to make money, and I need every cent I can get. I don't want to get rid of Lindsay because he's got a good matchup. Don't want to get rid of Murdoch because he's got a good matchup. So there's really not many other options other than Tanner Bruin to get rid of. So unfortunately, once again, hold him last week, doesn't play. So it's just all this shit that keeps happening to us, which is really, really frustrating. But right now, that's the team. That's what we're going in with. I hope everybody has avoided any form of carnage. If you got Grundy and Flanders, you're off to the same shit start that I am. But good luck to everybody this week. I hope you get a decent score. Hope you smash it. We'll be back next week, Monday. You will have our round review up by then. See how we did. Like I said, not holding out for much hope. Like every week's been shit, so we're just going to assume that it's going to be shit again, but we'll see how we go. But hope you guys smash it. We'll be back Wednesday on SuperCoach Pro's channel for the Hump Day Pump Up. And other than that, give us a follow on X if you haven't already, ghost_bags. Give the video a like, and please, if you haven't subscribed, just jump on. We're trying to get to the 100 before the end of the year. That'd be just a little achievement, to help us feel like we've done something this year and hit a few people in terms of the SuperCoach community and the reach that we're getting. Obviously, we've collabed with some great channels, Rookie Coach and SuperCoach Pro, and there's some awesome creators out there that I still would like to collab with before the end of the year, so hopefully we can get that. But give us a like, give us a sub, and good luck for the rest of the week, guys, and I will catch you guys after the round. So have a good one and see you soon. Bye, guys.